Happy morning to all. Yesterday already we are seeing that dioxygen preparation methods and properties we are seeing, and now today we are going to seeing about simple oxides and ozone preparation method and properties we are going to seeing there. Let us see that simple oxides. What is mean by here simple oxides? Simple oxides, how it is forming is takes place means a binary compound of oxygen with another element. A binary compound of oxygen with some other element is called binary oxide. So that means oxygen will be reacting is takes place with some other element is called oxide. Either it will be metal or non-metal. Either metal will be present or non-metal will be presenting there. So oxygen will be reactive with some other element combined with another element means that is called as oxide. As already stated that oxygen react with mostly the elements of the periodic table to form oxides. That means modern periodic table most of the elements what happen oxygen element is reacting is takes place. Oxygen is reacting is takes place to form here oxides will be forming there. So in many cases one element forms two or more oxides. Two or more oxides will be forming is takes place. Right. So generally oxides and all how many types they classified means oxides majorly they are classified into two types they classified. Oxides they are classified into two types. What are the two types means? One is simple oxides. Simple oxides. Another one is called mixed oxides. Simple oxides and mixed oxides. So simple oxides best example what you say means magnesium oxide and aluminum oxide Al2O3. So magnesium oxide and aluminum oxide is the best example for that. And mixed oxide best example what you are saying lead oxide Pb3O4 and another one is called Fe3O4. So mixed oxide and simple oxide what is the difference is there means simple oxides is nothing but only few elements only it will be presenting there, either one or two elements, one oxygen or another metal will be presenting there. But here mixed oxides is nothing but many number of elements are presenting this takes place like Pb3O4 and Fe3O4 like that. So these simple oxides and all again they are classified into there are three types they classified based on their nature. Based on the nature simple oxides further they classified into three types. What are the three types is there means acidic oxides, next one is basic oxides, and last one is called amphoteric oxide. Amphoteric oxide, right? Oxides majorly again simple oxides again further they classified into three types they classified. Simple oxides again they are classified into three types, that is acidic oxide, basic oxide and last one is called amphoteric oxide. So what is mean by here acidic oxide? So acidic oxides is nothing but so the oxides which have a base with water is known as basic oxide. An oxide that combines with water to give an acid is termed as acidic oxide. Let us see that. First one we are going to see that acidic oxide. So what is mean by here acidic oxide means an oxide that combine with water to gives an acid is termed as acidic oxide. So for example let us see that sulfur dioxide is there. Sulfur dioxide while react with water molecule to form here sulfurous acid H2SO3 will be forming there. Same like for example CO2 carbon dioxide. CO2 while react with water molecule means to form H2CO3 will be forming, the carbonic acid is forming there. So that means an oxide while react with water molecule means to form a oxide will be forming, acid will be forming. So this kind of oxides are called as acidic oxide. Same like basic oxide is there. So an oxide while react with a water molecule means to form a base, right? An acid, an oxide while react with water molecule to form a base. For example, let us see that calcium oxide is there. Next second type is basic oxide. Acidic oxide means like that. Next one, see that basic oxide. Basic oxide. So how can you define this basic oxide means? An oxide while react with water molecule means to form a base. For example, calcium oxide is there, CaO. Calcium oxide while react with the water molecule means to form calcium hydroxide will be forming, CaOH twice will be forming there. Same like a sodium oxide is there. Sodium oxide while react with the water molecule means to form sodium hydroxide will be forming there, base, right? An oxide while react with the water molecule to form a base means that oxides are called as basic oxides. And last one is amphoteric oxides. Amphoteric oxide. What is mean by amphoteric? Amphoteric oxides. So an oxide while it is exhibiting acidic or basic nature. An oxide while exhibiting acidic character or basic character. So that means an oxide which shows here both the natures like acidic character and basic nature is exhibiting means that oxides are called as amphoteric oxides. So the best example what you are saying means either we can say that Al2O3 you can say that, N2O nitrous oxide we can say that, NO we can say that, lead oxide PbO also we can say like this. So all these oxides are called as here amphoteric in nature, right? Lead oxide, next Al2O3, next one is nitrous oxide. All these oxides are the best example for amphoteric oxides, right? Next one, see that next one is ozone. So ozone and all, how can you preparing there? Ozone, what is mean by ozone and what are the major preparation methods is there? Let us see that now. So ozone is nothing but generally what you are saying means here O3 molecule. O3 molecule. So ozone is also one of the allotropic form of your oxygen. Ozone is also one of the allotropic form of your oxygen. It is true reactive to remain for long in the atmosphere at a sea level at a height of about 20 kilometers. So above the earth what happened 20 kilometer height it here ozone layer will be presenting this takes place. It is formed from atmospheric oxygen in presence of sunlight. So how it is forming this ozone layer means it is formed from the atmospheric oxygen in the presence of sunlight. Because due to presence of sunlight this ozone layer will be forming there. This ozone layer what is the major use means it will protects the earth surface from an excessive concentration of ultraviolet radiations. So that means higher heat energy and all protecting purpose this ozone layer and all major role they are playing there. Ozone layer will protecting from high radiations. So UV radiations and all protecting purpose this ozone layer will be using there. Next one, preparation method. How can you prepare in this ozone layer? How can you preparing mean? Let us see that. Ozone layer, how can you prepare? Let us see that. So oxygen molecule, when a slow dry stream of your oxygen is passing through a silent electrical discharge. conversion of oxygen to ozone will occurs. That means oxygen gas while passing through a silent electrical discharge tube you are passing means to form ozone will be forming there. So 3 moles of oxygen we are taking and it will give here 2 moles of ozone will be forming there. So during this process what happen means, so 10% of ozone layer will be occurring is takes place. Only 10% of oxygen will be, ozone will be occurring is takes place. The product is known as ozonized oxygen. Ozonized oxygen like that we are calling there. Since the formation of ozone from oxygen in the endothermic process. So that means during this process what happen means, delta H value will gives here positive value we are getting there 142 kilojoule per mole. So that means heat energy will be absorbing is takes place. So this process is called as endothermic process, we call as endothermic process. Endothermic process. Next one, see that. So it is necessary to use a silent electrical discharge in its preparation to prevent its decomposition. So ozone under preparation purpose compulsorily what you are using means electrical discharge and compulsorily we are using there. If you are not using that electrical discharge means, so decomposition will be takes place. So for that decomposition avoiding purpose what you are using means electrical discharge and we are using there. If concentration of ozone greater than 10% is required, a battery of ozonizer can be used. So just ozone layer preparation purpose how much we are using means the concentration of ozone greater than 10% is required. A battery of ozonizer can be used and a pure ozone can be condensed in a vessel surrounded by liquid oxygen. So if you want to prepare that ozone layer means how much you are using mean 10% is required concentration of ozone. And what you are using, a battery of ozonizer can be used. Battery of ozonizer also we can preparing there. So this is your preparation method of your ozone layer. And next one see that properties. Next one is properties. So pure ozone is a pale blue gas. Pure ozone is a pale blue gas and a dark blue liquid and a violet black solid. That means 3 phases of it is available means in gaseous state it is available like pale blue color will be appear, and in terms of your liquid layer, formation what color is available means dark blue color will be present, and in terms of your solid formation violet black solid is presenting there. Right. So ozone has characteristic smell and in small concentrations it is harmless. Ozone and all what happen, there is no side effect will comes there. There is it is not very it is not harmful for humans. However, if the concentration rises about here at 100 parts per million, breathing becomes here uncomfortable, resulting in the headache and nausea. So concentration of ozone will be increasing on the atmosphere means, so breathing and all what happen, you can't able to breathe, uncomfortable you are feeling there, and it will causes your headache and nausea will be causing there. So this is a major side effect for that. So ozone is thermodynamically unstable with respect to here oxygen, since its decomposition into oxygen results in the liberation of heat and the increase in the entropy. So these two defects reinforce each other, resulting in the large negative Gibbs energy change for its conversion into oxygen. So that means ozone layer while decomposing is takes place mean to form your oxygen is forming plus nascent oxygen will be forming is takes place. So during this decomposition what happen means heat energy will be releasing is takes place. So that means delta H value what happen, negative value we are getting there, And what about your entropy mean? Delta S value will give your positive value, it will shows here, right? And delta G value what happen? Large delta G value what happen means? So large negative delta G value we are getting there. That means spontaneous reaction finally we are getting there. So it is oxidizes lead sulfide to lead sulfate and iodize ion into iodine. So PbS will be converting into PbSO4 and iodine will be converting into iodide. Iodide will be converting this takes place. So this is very important. How can you estimating here ozone gas? How can you estimating here ozone gas means? So when ozone react with excess of your potassium iodide solution buffered with borate buffer, iodine is liberated, which can be titrated against your standard solution of sodium thiosulfate. This is a quantitative method for estimating ozone gas. So it is very important. They will ask in question like how can you estimating ozone gas? How can you estimating means ozone while react with excess of potassium iodide, excess of your potassium iodide Ki is the reacted means. So it will forms buffered with borate solution we are buffering this takes place means what happen mean iodine will be liberated, I2 will be liberating this takes place and can be titrated against a standard solution of sodium thiosulfate. Sodium thiosulfate you are treating this takes place further means we can estimating here quantitatively we can estimating here ozone layer, ozone gas and all we are estimating this takes place. So another one is see that let us see that. So experiment have shown that nitrogen oxides combine very rapidly with ozone and there is thus possibility that nitrogen oxides emitted from the exhaust systems of supersonic jet aeroplanes might be slowly depleting the concentration of the ozone layer in the upper atmosphere. So that means nitrogen oxides and all what happen, it will be react with the ozone layer means what will happen. So due to because of your jet aeroplanes and all what happen mean nitric oxide will be forming there. So this nitric oxide while react with ozone layer means to form here nitrogen dioxide will be forming. Plus what will be liberating me oxygen gas will be producing this takes place. Another threat to this ozone layer is probably posted by the use of freons which are used in the aerosol sprays and as a refrigerants. So refrigerants and all what you do aerosols and all we are using there. So due to because of your ozone layer what happen means it will be freons will be forming this takes place. So this freons and all where you are using refrigerants and all we are using there this freons. Let us see that ozone molecule structure and all how we are representing let us see that structure. So O double bond O single bond O. So here how many lone pair of electrons is there means 6 lone pair, here 1 lone pair, here 2 lone pairs is presenting there. So resonance structure how we are expressing like this manner. So single oxygen double bond O, here 2 lone pair of electrons, here 1 lone pair and here 3 lone pair of electrons we are representing there. So this is your ozone molecule structure, resonance structure how we are expressing means this is the expression for that. And what is the bond angle is presenting here means so 117 bond angle will be presenting there, 117 degrees will be presenting the bond angle, right? So here one oxygen one bond length and how much will be presenting means so 128 picometer will be presenting bond length between oxygen and oxygen how much is there means 128 picometer will be presenting there. So these are the ozone preparation methods and properties. And last one see that let us see that last concept uses. What are the major uses of here ozone? What are the uses will be there means it is used in the germicide, disinfectant, and for sterilizing water. It is also used for bleaching oils, URE, and flour, and starch, etc. So it is also act as oxidizing agent in the manufacturing of potassium permanganate. Potassium permanganate and all oxidizing purpose you are using there, and bleaching oils and all bleaching purpose. Next URE and flour and starch. These food items also bleaching purpose you are using there, and it is useful for germicide and disinfected purpose, and for sterilizing water purpose also this ozone layer we are using there. So these are the major uses of your ozone. So tomorrow class we are going to seeing about here allotropic forms of sulfur. So up to this one sulfur oxygen compounds is over. Next one we are going to seeing that here sulfur compounds we are going to see. So that one tomorrow we are going to seeing that. So thank you very much. Have a nice day to all.